Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we do want to be saving up money here. We know that we're going to be getting guilds very soon, but I want to get these watchtowers upgrading. I also want to come in here and get this hill fort upgrading. Beyond that, I think that that's every upgrade that we can have right now. In theory, anyway. So that should be good. But we're going to have a new building slot within like 6 months here. We're very close to guilds. We switched off of it to windmills to get that just that little bit faster, because we definitely want to get windmills going here. That's going to get us another building slot as well. So we're going to have new building slots in 6 months, and then an additional new building slot in 10 years, which is going to be a lot of development. Now, I would like to do some consolidation over here with Maghreb. If we look at this, we definitely know that we need a little bit here, right? So specifically, we just need a little bit out of Ghana. Yeah, that's what we would need there. And then over this way, if we look at what we have going on here, really we want to just get some more consolidation of the Persian Empire, right? That's what this comes down to. We'd want to attack like this guy, ideally. But I do not want to go to war right now. You might ask why. Really, we're in a decent situation to go to war, especially after having just fended off that crusade. But the reason why I don't want to go to war is because we're simply going to get a lot of building slots. And I want to make sure that we have correct, quote-unquote, buildings in these slots. We'll work off a little bit of stress here. Apparently, we have a dangerous faction. This is not a... Hang on. Let's let this kick forward and recalculate. This is saying they can send an ultimatum. Yeah, now they're too weak. That's what I thought. Okay, so that's not a problem. 50 gold? Yup, we'll take it. We will definitely be needing 50 gold. An adequate bargainer. Okay. Sounds good. So we get another 10 gold here. I love it. And another 10 gold. Seems good. And another 100 gold. Great. That's all phenomenal. Now, this may be a little bit longer than 6 months. It depends on rolls, right? But it's expected to be discovered in about 5 months now. So we definitely need to get some cash going here. It's 11:45 as well, so we can certainly get... Yeah, this is fine. That's 100 gold there. I love it. We're getting a lot of money here. Wait, did we just pay somebody? No, I didn't think so. We're getting a lot of gold out of all of this. Cool. So that's all phenomenal. We're up to 121 right now, and I want to bump us up to Absolute Crown Authority, but we can't do that for another 4 years. That should be something that happens this episode, though, in theory. How old are we? We are 33? Okay, so we're not expecting to die soon. If we were to die, what would our succession be like? Okay. Mildly awkward, but not a big deal. That should be doable. So we're going to continue to get these ransoms. That is phenomenal. We're up to 1475 gold right now. So we definitely need to have more gold, right? More gold is going to be vitally important. We're still about 5 months away from guilds, and this is good. At this point, honestly, the longer we have to build up gold, the better it'll be. We have a lot of building slots to fill here once that comes in. So that's okay. Yep, these ransoms are completely and totally fine. We can in fact ransom more of these, and we probably should ransom every single one of these. So we'll just do exactly that. Every single one of these prisoners that can be ransomed will be will be ransomed. Will be created? I don't know where that comes from. Sure. All of these ransoms will be created. That is definitely the terminology that we're going for. We should probably negotiate an alliance with our nephew-in-law. That's fine. And a quick profit with some clever trades will do just fine. Our daughter can be married off. I'm not going to do that at this time. We'll keep her around for if we need to, if we get into a tight spot. So Concentric Castle has been constructed in Tihama. So that is, of course, down over here. Beautiful. So we're making 123 gold per month right now. That's a solid amount of gold, to be honest, especially considering all we have here is avaricious, or rather wealth focus. We don't have anything in avaricious yet. So that's not bad, to be honest. We can grant vassals over to their rightful lieges, and we should definitely do that. There we go. Fantastic. So at this point, how long until those guilds? Still 5 months. Okay. So we're doing okay on these rolls. Not a problem. The longer this takes, in some ways, the better. There does come a time when we're going to say enough is enough, though, and we're just going to go for it. Which is probably when we get to, like, 5,000 gold. At a certain point, I'll just be like, we really should be expanding. Although maybe we can go to war at that point and just keep our gold banked. We're probably fine to do that, actually, aren't we? Like, if we were to attack this guy, hypothetically. Just the Sheikdom of Basra? Okay. If we were to hypothetically do something like this, he'd have 9835. This seems super doable, even at, like, low cost, right? So we'd be looking for low-cost wars. We would not be looking for high-cost wars. So we'd just do something kind of like this. We'd raise up about 10k here. That'll do. And he's immediately heading north. Hilarious. We're just going to walk in over here, and once our men-at-arms show up, they'll do the same. Cool. So he's just going to charge up this way. This is fine. I have no problem with this. So we'll get this siege done, and then we'll go hit his capital. Beautiful. Awkward that we stand here, but the castle is on the other side of the strait here. Okay, there's guilds. So we just discovered guilds, and yeah, we're spending a decent chunk of our money, but we're still making money, so that is phenomenal. So I want to go through... This is going to be a lot. We should negotiate an alliance with this guy while we're at it. But I want to come in here, and we probably want to go for desert agriculture here, right? Or caravanserai. 0.7 per month. What does that upgrade to? 3.8 per month in terms of raw taxes? Whereas desert agriculture would be 1.3. Caravanserai would definitely be the way to go. But it can only be done in the county capital. Okay, I gotcha. So we would put in a desert agriculture here then. Yes? Yes. Desert agriculture goes in. Now, we've got coops here. That didn't get upgraded. Oh no, that can get upgraded beyond level 4 now? Interesting. I didn't expect that, but I would love to build a... Well, this is really more focused on military here. So we'd want whatever gives us the most levies, which should really be stables, right? Up to 625 versus, like, the camelry, which would be 425. So yes, we should put in stables here. Okay. In this mosque, we would be economic focused. So we would put in possibly a camelry? Yes, it would be a camelry. Here, we could put in the caravanserai. Men-at-arms maintenance reduction for the holder of this holding is interesting. We have pikemen stationed here. There is an argument to be made that hunting grounds would be the best choice here. That would give us taxes and levies. Farms and fields would be ideal for tax generation. Well, honestly, the caravanserai would be ideal for tax generation. The camelry would give us 425 and 0.6 per month. None of this is going to buff up our pikemen. Our pikemen are not going to get any better. So I think that we go for the camelry, actually. So we'll construct a camelry there for now. Over here, this is still going to be focused on troops. So really, this should again be the stables for the maximum amount of levy troops. So we put that in there. This is going to be focused on economy for the city here. So really, this would be quarries, right? No, quarries are already built here. So it would end up being most likely to be either hillside grazing lands or camelry. And which would we want? Either way, it's not going to be very good. Maybe the 4% holding taxes from blacksmiths would be better. But I think for the moment that we're going to end up just picking hillside grazing lands because it's cheaper. So for now, that'll do. Over this way, we'd probably be making the same exact decision. So we'll go for hillside grazing lands. Over here, we're already upgrading guard houses, so we'll have to come back to that later. Here in K-Bar, we have stationed pikemen. So, I mean, we'd love to have additional pikemen toughness and such, but I don't think that there's any real way to get that. The caravanserai is awkward. Okay. That's all well and good, but we don't really care too much about that. So I think we go for cattle pastures for the levy troops here. Levy troops and gold. That'll do. So continuing to make our way through here, we've got this city holding. We would probably build a desert agriculture in that. Yes, we build a desert agriculture there. We're building in Yanbu already, so that's fine. Over this way, we would be building almost certainly cattle pastures. Yes, cattle pastures would go in. So that's great. In our capital province, we're certainly interested in, this is a city holding, we're certainly interested in building something like hillside grazing lands just to boost up our tax gains there that extra little bit. Down in this temple, let's go for something along the lines of... this is going to end up being no hillside grazing lands. It'll be a camelry. Okay. In our actual capital building here, what do we want? This is a cavalry-focused area. Cattle pastures would not boost that up. We have light cavalry there right now. We're thinking about eventually choosing heavy cavalry, but maybe a caravanserai would be the way to go here. That might be the way to go. Yes, cattle pastures would be better for levy troop count. I mean, so would barracks. Really, we probably should put in barracks or militia camps, right? Well, I don't know. I'm thinking about the levy troops here versus, like, I'm weighing having access to 625 levy troops versus the benefits of the caravanserai. And I think we do end up going for the levy troops here. This is our military duchy, right? So these aren't going to boost up our cavalry, but it would be for the levy troops, and I guess reducing the cost of holding the grand tournament is nice too. So over this way, we would end up making probably a similar decision, but it would be cattle pastures here. Cool. Over this way, we would end up going for possibly hillside grazing lands. Yes. We've still got a decent amount of cash, which is great. So in this temple holding, probably hillside grazing lands again. Continuing to focus on the economy in our non-castle structures. In this castle holding, we would probably end up looking at cattle pastures. Yep. Cattle pastures. There we go. Making our way further down. Sufaina is already under construction here, so we're now in our economic duchy. So we would look at probably ending up doing desert agriculture here. Yeah, we'd probably do either cattle pastures or hunting grounds later. We'll do desert agriculture for now. Over this way, we can definitely get some upgrades done there, but we'll get back to those. We would definitely want to do caravanserai, of course, but that's not really an option. I guess blacksmiths would be the way to go here for the holding tax buff. 4% there. Does that upgrade as we go up? Up to a 32%. That's pretty hefty, actually. So yeah, that's the only even marginally economic upgrade we have available here. So we'd put in blacksmiths. That would be fine. Over this way, this is a city holding. We would definitely end up probably also doing blacksmiths, although we could arguably do a cavalry now and then blacksmiths with our next building slot. Sure, we'll do that. Over in this city here, we are lacking a trade port, so we would obviously put in a trade port here. In Mecca, what would we end up putting in? Probably blacksmiths for the same reason as before. Mecca has a lot of buildings here already, so we do blacksmiths and camelry. Yeah, we can do the camelry for now, and then we'll do the blacksmiths later. We need to get the blacksmiths upgraded a lot before that really starts helping. So at TAFE, we would look at getting... Well, it would be blacksmiths. Making our way down over this direction. We're starting to run low on cash. That's understood. We're going to go for something along the lines of the hillside grazing lands, of course. Over here, the hillside grazing lands would absolutely be the way to go. Down this direction, possibly blacksmiths again? No, we already have blacksmiths here. It would have to be the camelry. I have no idea what our next building there is going to be. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose. So we then need something like cattle pastures would be good here. Cattle pastures into blacksmiths, probably. Yeah, that sounds good. Down this direction, we are lacking a trade port, so a trade port would be what we would go for. No, we're not lacking a trade port. What am I talking about? Hillside grazing lands? Or, no, we'd go cattle pastures. Okay, and now we're out of gold. So we don't have these constructing here, and this is already under construction. Okay. So, let's go finish up this war. Yeah, that's right. We're still at war. I had kind of forgotten that, but yep, that's definitely a thing that we're doing. Cool. So this war, or rather this siege here, may end this war. That's a possibility. A question of loyalty. Yeah, we must be the father. I'm sure that's how that works. 20 days to go here. 15. 10. And there we go. We're at 75% war score. So we'll just wander on up over here and wrap this up. They're up over here. Sure, they can do that. Whatever. We'll just head up there if we need to, but I suspect we won't. They're heading back down this way. Okay, we'll let them go by. We'll finish up our siege here. And the war's over. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Beautiful. So this is under our control here. We will grant this on over to someone else. There we go. So that's phenomenal. Now, I want to come back over here now that we have 500 gold. What are you building? A camelry? Okay, I guess that's okay. And we put in hillside grazing lands here. This is still constructing, so at this point I want to be watching for any holding that is not currently constructing. Currently, all of our local holdings are constructing. So that's good. We can certainly, because of that, head over here and start thinking about attacking one of these two. I don't know which one we want to attack, really. They're both at war with each other, I think. Awkward Duchy is awkward there. Can we get a claimant system here? Claimant would be better. Yeah, there's lots of claimants available here. We'll bring this guy in. And we'll press his claim, assuming... No, he's not of a different faith. Okay, cool. So we'll press that claim right now. We see an 11k stack there. That's okay. No major concerns at this time. We'll drop our men-at-arms here and levy troops here. This is slightly greedy. Okay. This is more than slightly greedy. He immediately started coming over this way. How long until we arrive? 3 months and 10 days. He'll arrive in 8. Okay, that's unfortunate. We're going to move back over here. And we'll raise our men-at-arms here. 14 days for that. And we'll raise a few extra troops over here. There we go. We'll just play this a little safer. So, we have arrived now. We have more than enough troops. And we're just going to head on down. We can grab a stewardship obligation. We'll take golden obligations here. Or rather, stewardship perk. We're going to go grab this guy here. I'm going to check in on construction status. I know we had some that were close. Yeah, there's this building right here. So, probably a caravanserai here. Yeah, for sure. For sure we build a caravanserai. Why are we building blacksmiths here instead of a caravanserai anyway? Caravanserai and then blacksmiths would be the way to go. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And over here, same story. It should really be a caravanserai. I don't know why I'm not doing that. Okay. Same thing here. We'll just get that swapped over. That's quite an oversight. Okay, there we go. Cool. So now all of those capitals in our economic duchy are building caravanserais. That's wonderful. So we're going to catch these guys here, no problem whatsoever. And that's a stack wipe. We're going to come in and siege their capital. This could theoretically end the war, but it's a little bit unlikely. What an abhorrent rival indeed. Sure, showing this guy in his 330 gold. That's a lot of gold. I love it. We're getting close to another renown perk. Apparently our friend died. That's sad. 3 months to go here on this siege. 50 days, in fact. These guys are not relevant, all things considered. Okay, let's check in here and see if there are any constructions that need to be done. I'm just looking at these models here and looking for any that don't have scaffolding, because that would indicate that they aren't building anything, and they all are. So that's absolutely great. We'll get that capital sieged. 85. Okay. I was hoping that that would end it, but like I said, it's a little unlikely. It was reliant on captures, right? And that does not appear to be anything that we got. There's a sandstorm brewing up, apparently. Cool. Raising troops here. That's ambitious. That's very ambitious. But the war's over, so I don't care. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Phenomenal. So that territory is now ours, of course. So next up, we'd be going after this fine gentleman here. We could holy war for duchy, but it would be an awkward duchy to go after. This is a split realm. And I think that we should probably end up going for a claimant here. This guy would do. Cool. Are you the wrong religion? You are indeed. So we'll demand conversion before he's landed when he feels like there's nothing he can do about it. And now we'll press this claim. There we go. 540 prestige. Wonderful. So he's sieging down over here, apparently. We're going to raise up forces right here. I'm just going to raise men-at-arms. And they'll be here in 5 days. Actually, let's raise up a few levy troops as well. Let's split off our mangonels, and I'm going to take these guys on down like so. Okay, this is more than enough levy troops. And we'll go siege. Beautiful. So he's running away. This is not shocking. I just heard the pop-up notification, but I did not see a pop-up. I was clicking down here at the time. I wonder if I clicked on something without knowing that there was a pop-up. Interesting. Well, for right now, the war is over, so we will enforce those demands and disband our troops. Fantastic. So that stuff is all under our control now. That's some nice cleanup there. We're still truced with this guy until when? This is... Are we no longer truced to him? We may no longer be truced here. Oh, we're no longer truced. Okay. So what do we have here for claims right now? Kind of nothing. We could do a kingdom invasion. This would be our only kingdom invasion for this lifetime. But I feel like, I mean, that's going to give us the majority of the Persian Empire here, right? Oh, by far. It's probably worthwhile. And then we can start cracking into Hispania, which would be the ideal scenario there. We definitely don't want these guys to start forming an empire. That would be awkward for us to break up. So I do think that we would go after this guy. Does he have any claimants is a question we have to ask. I mean, yeah, but it's this kid. So I think that a kingdom invasion does make sense for this. I want to check in over here real quick and just make sure that none of these are finished with their construction. It would appear that they are not, so that's fine. I also want to check to see how long until we get windmills. 7 years. Okay. Well, we've spent a lot of time paused this episode. There's no doubt about that. So we're not actually able to crank up to absolute crown authority, unfortunately. But I am going to declare on this guy, and we're going to do this with an invade kingdom CB. So we're going to get everything belonging de jure to the target title, right? So that's going to be everything in here for sure. Maybe this stuff because it's his only kingdom title, but I kind of doubt it. But we should have de jure claims on stuff up here, in theory. So, Let's do it. Let's do our kingdom invasion here. This will be fine. And this guy has like 20,000 troops. Sure, that should be okay. We're just going to drop our rally point here, I think. Yeah, that'll be fine. And we'll raise up some troops. Does he have allies? An irrelevant ally. Okay, we don't care about that. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to launch our invasion of this sultanate here and consolidate our hold on Persia. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Shadow Wolf, and Lohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kintogan, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.